Like and subscribe right now, or you're going to have terrible luck for the next week. Who doesn't love a nice visit to the beach? Whether it's for the cool breeze that blows over your face or for the lovely sunshine that helps tan your skin a little bit, we all like to spend some time enjoying the peace of the blue expanse. But what happens when you come face to face with a frightful sea monster that's still an enduring mystery to this day? Or perhaps you stumbled across a strange object that literally changes your life for the better? Find out on today's episode with the top 10 strangest things washed up on beaches. Number 10. A mysterious bloody carcass. Well, let's start this list with a giant beast that popped up on the island beach of Seram in Indonesia. This decaying 50-foot long body of a terrific sea monster came from the pit of one sphere inside the darkest part of the ocean in May 2017. And it has since mystified even the most seasoned marine biologists. Just what is it? Well, nobody could really say, but there were educated guesses. So let's start with a 37-year-old man who first found this mysterious creature in his name, Azrul Tanakota. In the video he recorded, he explained how he thought the creature was a boat at first, but with a closer look and with the blood-red color of the water near the coastline, he realized it was no boat at all. In any case, the creature could have either been a colossal squid, as its remains appeared to be equipped with tentacles, or it could be a baleen whale, which of course is more reasonable, as most experts claim that those big guys are prevalent in the area. Number 9. The gigantic drift log. Drift logs or driftwoods are woods that get washed ashore by powerful winds, waves, or ocean tides. They're not very uncommon, as many beachgoers find them lying on several cold sands worldwide. But if they're that mundane, then why is this one on this list? Well, it's not every time you see one the size of a big house. And this particular driftwood found in August of 2010 on a beach in La Push, Washington was not only a strange sight, it's also one in a million. For that reason alone, it has every right among the entries on this list. The wood was first discovered by a photographer named Philip Lockham and his daughter, who took a picture and posted it on the net. The tree itself wasn't measured, but seeing how small Philip was compared to it, it's undoubtedly massive. Now, that beggars the real question though. How did such an enormous tree get beached in the first place? Some say the wind and tides must have been mighty enough, but what actually happened still remains unknown. Number 8. The World War II love letters. Not all strange things uncovered are necessarily scary or dull, and we have 2012 to prove it. That year, Kathleen Mullen of New Jersey and her 14-year-old unraveled something unbelievable just one day after Hurricane Sandy. While the hurricane destroyed houses and stores, a stack of letters, 57 of them, were left untouched, floating peacefully all over the flood. Those letters were knotted with a pink ribbon, making it evident that they were love letters. So Kathleen took the notes home and dried them under the fireplace, as any other curious woman would do, I suppose. When she opened them to read them, her suspicion was confirmed. She had just stumbled across the love letters written by Dorothy Fallon and Lynn Farnham between 1942 and 1947, until the week they both got married in 1948. It's unclear where the letters came from, but Mullen was determined to give them back. Playing Sherlock Holmes, she discovered that Farnham had died in 1991, but Dorothy was still alive at the time as a 91-year-old in her happily ever after. Number 7. The Filipino globster. Just 3 months before the mysterious marine remnant was spotted on an Indonesian beach, another carcass was beached in the Philippines, but that one held an even more disturbing mystery. First off, no one could tell what it was or what it looked like. All anyone could say was that the smelly beast resembled a white sea monster covered in thin, shaggy hairs. So they dubbed it the globster. It measured 20 feet and weighed almost 4,000 pounds. That, on a practical scale, weighs more than a car. Yet something that big escaped many marine biologists' minds, as no one could definitely say what it was. But their answers had one thing in common. They all believed that the creature was once a well-known sea animal hiding beneath the covers of its badly decayed skin. Some say it's a manatee, others think it's a dugong. But the Filipino officials who assessed it concluded it's a whale and that the white hairs you see were possibly the muscle fibers. But even with that, a DNA analysis of its unrecognizable head would be required to know for sure. Number 6. E.T. the Extraterrestrial Alien. In the 80s, there was a famous movie called E.T., which featured an alien who got stranded on Earth and made friends with humans. But some people took that friendship beyond the film into real life by creating a life-size replica of E.T. One of them was Madame Margaret Wells of Hampshire, and this next story began in 2012 when her own version of E.T. was stolen from her home. It was handmade for her by her daughter 9 years ago, so you can understand how painful it was to have been losing such a memory-laden object. Then again, the replica was the only one in all of England back then, but over time, the popularity of E.T. faded, and somehow the thief, or thieves, tossed it away into the ocean. But what's yours always finds a way back to you. A few months later, a walker spotted the model on a nearby beach. At first, he thought it was a corpse, so he immediately called 911. However, when the police got there, they soon realized it was actually the E.T. model, and a reunification was set up for Madame Hampshire. Number 5. The Smelly Gold. January 30th, 2013 was just another typical day for dog walker Ken William on the English beach of Markham. At least that was the flow until his dog started to behave unusually towards a piece of yellow rock on that very beach. When he moved closer, he realized that the object was as stinky as hell, so he put it back down and warded off his dog from the smelly blob. But everything soon changed when he got home and Google searched. As it turned out, the yellowish rock that stank to the high heavens was also worth thousands of dollars. Strange and expensive, yes, but it's not an uncommon find. What William and his dog found, in the real sense, was not a rock. Instead, it's a special type of whale vomit released by sperm whales. These chunky rocks you see are actually golds in the perfume industry, and any good dealer would willingly pay a fortune to get it. At the time, William said he already had a French dealer who offered $68,000 for the rock, but we think he later sold it at a higher price. Number 4. The Blue Eyeball. This humongous, bright, blue sphere was found on a Florida beach in 2012. At first, it may look like a wizard orb, but with a keener look, the experts who discovered it soon realized it was an eyeball. For a couple of weeks afterward, mystery surrounds which animal owns that eyeball, which unmistakably is about bigger than a softball. Experts quickly ruled out those two possibilities with a DNA test that revealed that the animal behind the scorching debate was actually a swordfish. That, of course, is reasonable considering the fact swordfish are common in the area. Then again, several straight-line cuts were noted around the eyeball, which probably means that the eye was removed and discarded to sea by a fisherman. Number 3. The Double-Headed Dolphin. Finding a dead carcass that could easily belong to a whale atop beaches is mysterious enough, but what happens when you stumble across a dead, smelly dolphin with 2 heads? Well, back in 2014, that was the case of a gym teacher on a beach near the western Turkish city of Izmir. It was around noon when he saw it, the partly decaying body of a double-headed baby dolphin, and by golly was he shocked, although there's little to no reason for him to be. Experts found that it swam and fed in the wild for almost a year before death. This is very rare for creatures of its kind, and that makes the find even much creepier. Now it's time for today's best pick. This photo has been stirring the internet quite a bit of buzz for some time now. Everyone's curious about what it is and whether it's real or fake, but let's find out. With number 2, the alien whirly fish. After in-depth research, we discovered that this photo was originally uploaded by a guy named Ivan Kamenko on a website called DeviantArt. This site was created for talented photo editors, artists, and their 45 million users community. And Ivan is one of those who likes to showcase his creativity. Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell, and you'll get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it, it really works. Number 1. The Great Whites with Hearts Missing. Back in May of 2017, beachgoers and onlookers were greeted one afternoon by the bodies of dead sharks somewhere along the coastline of Cape Town, South Africa. While it's not uncommon to see a shark either dead or alive to be washed up on a beach, these particular sharks came with unusual injuries. Worse still, they're not just 1 or 2 as in the usual cases, but 3 different sharks that got beached in the pool of their own blood in tandem. When shark experts got wind of the news, they ran to the scene as fast as legs could carry them. But on getting there, what they found was even more shocking. Each of the sharks had a massive pierced hole beneath their pectoral fins. 2 of them no longer had their livers, and for the last one, both its heart and liver were nowhere to be found. Without an iota of doubt, this was clearly the work of killer whales, or so the experts claim. But because killer whales aren't so frequent in the area, we think there's probably more to the story. Which one of these strange objects do you believe was the most terrifying? Have you ever come across something you can't identify on your day out on the beach? Do you have a photo of it? Let us know in the comments section down below. With all that said and done, I hope you have a good one. And as always, thanks for watching.